welcome to a new lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about the expressions that we use at a restaurant. Now, we all love dining out, especially on the weekends. We like to go out with our family or on a date to a fancy restaurant. But at times, I have noticed that people get a little nervous or fall short of words when they have to place an order or ask something to the waiter. So that's what we are going to learn so that the next time you go dining, you are really confident. All right? So let's have a look. Here, the first thing that you do when you get at a restaurant is asking for a table. So how would you do that? You would say that I would like to have a table for two, or if you all are four people, then you would say that I would like to have a table for four people. Okay, and what if you already have made a reservation? Okay, it's a busy restaurant and it's important to make a reservation, and if you've already done that, then you would mention that I have a reservation in the name of Niharika. Okay, so after asking it for a table, okay, you get seated, you're comfortably seated, and then the waiter or the steward comes to you and offers you the menu card. And looking at the menu card, how would you start ordering? Okay, so you can say, now if you have made a choice, okay, you know what you want, then you would say that I would like to have a pint of beer. Okay, you would say, I would like to have a pint of beer. Now, you can also say that I want a pint of beer, but I would like to have a pint of beer is a little more formal and it sounds very polite, okay? So that's the best way to order. Now, or you can also say, I will have a pint of beer or I will have a cocktail, okay? Now, if you are not sure what you would like to have and you think that the steward can suggest or recommend you something nice, so you would say that what do you recommend? Or rather, you would ask that what do you recommend? Okay, so because the steward would know that what are their specials or what the chefs are really good at. So you can always ask that what do you recommend? Okay. Or there are many restaurants who serve some specialities, especially on the weekends. So you can also ask, do you have any specials? Okay. Now that the steward or the waiter has recommended some dishes or some drinks, or if they have any specials, the reply to that would be, I will take that. Okay, or that sounds great, I will take that. Okay, so this is the way you would order for your drinks or for your appetizers or for your meal. Okay, now let's have a look at some more expressions. Now, many a times I have noticed when people have to call out for the waiter, they either say hello, hello, hey. Okay, that's pretty rude, or they would just make a sound shh. Now, what does that mean? It sounds pretty rude, isn't it? So the best way to call for the waiter is saying, excuse me, or excuse me, please. Okay, that is a much better way. The hello and hey doesn't sound good at all. So if you want to order, or if you want to add something to your order, or make some changes, you would call out for the waiter by saying, excuse me, please, and then the expressions that you can use would be, now if you've forgotten something, okay, if you have ordered for some pasta and you forgot to add some garlic bread, so you would say it that, could we also have some garlic bread, please? Okay, so this is when you have to add to your order, or if you have to make any changes to your order. Okay, now the other one over here is, please make this soup 1 by 2, or please make this drink 1 by 2. Now many people, when they are at a restaurant, they just say, okay, please make this half-half. Okay, what does that mean? What is half-half? Or please divide it in 2. Well, the best way to keep it simple and nice would be, please make the soup 1 by 2, or please make this drink 1 by 2. Okay, now the other one over here is, please see to it that the food is non-spicy. Now, many people either like their food to be very spicy or they like it to be non-spicy. Okay, so if you want to make sure that the waiter should know that you would like to have your food very spicy or non-spicy, please mention it to the waiter. Okay, so please see to it that the food is non-spicy. Or if you're extremely health conscious, though you're eating out, however, you're still very health conscious and you do not like too much oil in your, or too much of grease in your food, then please mention that, please see to it that the food is non-greasy. Okay, so this is the way you would add changes or add some more things to your meal. Okay, now let's have a look at some more expressions. Now, usually when you are enjoying your food, okay, the waiter would come and ensure if you're comfortable and your meal is tasting fine. Okay, so when the waiter would ask you that, you would say that the food is delicious. Like if you're really enjoying the meal, then you would say the food is delicious, or you can also say that the food is scrumptious. Okay, so that's the way you would explain that I'm really enjoying the food, I'm liking it, right? Now, if you are not liking the food and if you have any complaints, okay, so the negative feedback, how would you mention it to the waiter? The negative feedback would be, the food is cold. Now, the food is being served on your table, but the moment you eat it, it's not hot enough. It's pretty cold and you're not liking it. So you would call out for the waiter. Again, you would say, excuse me, and you would say that the food is cold. Or maybe the food doesn't taste right. It's pretty spicy, or it's really salty. Then you would say that it doesn't taste right. My food doesn't, or this dish doesn't taste right. Okay, so you are complaining about your food. Now, of course, if you have complaints about your food, you would not like to eat the same thing, isn't it? You would like to have it replaced. So you would request to replace your dish, okay? So you would say that, could you please replace it, or could you replace it for me, please? Okay, so that's the phrase, that's the expression that you would use to replace your food, right? So after your food is over, you've enjoyed your meal and you had your dinner, you had your dessert. The last thing would be asking for the check, okay? Time to pay for the food. So you would say that, could I have the check or the bill, please? Okay, again, you'll call out the waiter saying, excuse me, and you would say that, could I have the check? Or you can use the word bill, okay? So could I have the bill, please? And maybe you did not finish your food and you have a lot of leftovers, okay, and you would like to take it home. Now, people are pretty embarrassed when asking for leftovers, but nothing to be embarrassed, okay? It's not good to waste food. Rather, you just take it home and eat it the next day, isn't it? So for that, you can always say that, could I have a doggy bag? Okay, so basically, doggy bag is the right word used for leftovers. Okay, so whatever food is left over, you would say that, could I have a doggy bag, please? Okay, so these are the expressions that you would use while dining at a very fancy or a nice restaurant. So next weekend, go ahead, make a reservation with your date or with your family to a nice restaurant. Let me know that how did you enjoy your meal. Okay, and I will see you in your next lesson soon. Till then, you take care and have a great day.